Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I have my friend Carlos with me again.
Hello.
He is very knowledgeable in Hinduism, which I am not, so I brought him on here to talk a little bit about Ganesh's birthday, which is said to be on the 4th day of Bhadrapada, which corresponds to the sign Leo. So this year that would have been on August 25th because the sun went into Leo around the 20th. So, can you tell us a little bit about Ganesh?
Well, here is Ganesh on Nick's shirt. Oh, he is the elephant-headed god in Hinduism, and he is the remover of obstacles and also the god of prosperity. So they say he's a yogi's best friend because, you know, he removes those obstacles, mental, spiritual, or physical, that allow you to attain a higher consciousness. He's the son of Shiva, which is the name of a little tune I'll be rapping in a little.
Oh, you got a rap for us?
Yeah, I'm gonna rap for you guys.
Cool.
The rapper is MC Yogi. High up in the Himalayan mountain peaks, there lived a beautiful goddess named Parvati. Parvati was the wife of the god named Shiva, the king of all yogis who destroys all demons. Now Shiva lived to practice yoga deep in the forest, far away from the world and all the things that lure us, in deep samadhi for weeks and months, practicing detachment, completely untouched. But whenever Shiva left, Parvati stayed home, often feeling sad and all alone. So one day she prayed and made a wish for a son who she could have fun and play with. The very next morning, to her surprise, a little baby lay right in front of her eyes. Parvati could hardly control her joy, for the gods had blessed her with a beautiful boy. Now one day when Parvati was taking a bath, she instructed her son to protect the path, so he stood at the door, just like a guard, there to make sure no one entered the yard. It was at that time when Shiva returned, not knowing that his wife recently gave birth. When Shiva saw the boy, he told him to move, but not knowing who his father was, the boy refused. Now Shiva's like this, consciousness and bliss, but he's crazy when he's angry, so don't get him pissed. Feeling dissed and dismissed, Shiva started a rumble, an epic struggle that shook the jungle. Then out of nowhere, Shiva's trident went chop, and that's when the boy's head was cut off. When Parvati heard the noise outside, she rushed to find that her boy had died. All the gods quickly rushed to the scene. As soon as they heard Parvati scream, she turned towards Shiva with tears in her eyes and painfully explained how the boy was their child. When Shiva realized the size of the mess, he became depressed, upset, and stressed. That's when Lord Brahma came up with the plan. Let's find another head so the boy can live again. Shiva said, we'll take the first head we find, but we really need to hurry because we're running out of time. Deep in the jungle, the guards met an elephant, a wise old being who attained enlightenment. He bowed to the gods and offered his head, and then they quickly returned to where the boy lay dead. Shiva placed the big head on top of the boy's body, and at first it looked funny and even ungodly. But Parvati said the head fit like a glove. Truly the face only a mother could love. When Shiva saw the boy becoming refreshed, he embraced his son and named him Ganesh.
Wow, that was really cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
I want more. Do you have any more? Encore.
As a matter of fact, I do. One day when Ganesh was riding on his mouse on his way to play over at his friend's house, he saw some sweets on the side of the street. So he parked his ride and decided to eat. After he finished those delicious dishes, he got back on his ride to continue on his mission. But because he consumed so much food, he was so fat his rat could barely move. That's when the snake slithered out of the grass and scared the mouse as he crossed the path. Yikes. Ganesh fell back, landed on the road. The impact of the fall made his belly explode. Now, all the sweets poured back into the street, and slowly Ganesh got back into his feet. Now listen to what happens next, my friends. You might think the story's over, but it's ready to begin.
Alright, I'm liking this story. Like I said, I don't know much about Hinduism. I'm more versed in the Celtic and Wiccan stuff like that.
Now, Chandra the moon saw the whole thing happen and couldn't resist. Hissing and laughing, Ganesh grabbed the snake and tied it around his tummy. Chandra kept laughing because he thought it was funny. Ganesh got upset, so he broke off his tusk, hooked it at the moon to make him shut up. When the tusk hit Chandra, it knocked out his lights, and suddenly the world fell into night. It was so dark and so pitch black that Ganesh couldn't even see his rat. That's when his little friend pleaded and begged for Ganesh to please restore Chandra's head. Ganesh agreed, but to teach him a lesson, He decided to leave a lasting impression. Now the moon will never remain the same. He always has to wax and always has to wane. This way Chandra will always remember not to make fun of people, especially Ganesh.
This is Chandra, the
The
moon.
moon.
Wow, I didn't know that's why we have the waxing and waning of the moons.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Again, this was Carlos, my good friend. He's a yogi. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. What is the chant that people can do?
The chant is just a really simple kind of like syllable. It's gum.
I don't know if I can handle that.
G-U-M. M-M-M-M-M.
Alright, let's try.
Gum.
I like
Yeah,
it.
take another deep breath and then do it again until you just feel just a sense of peace, and you really just focus on what obstacles you want removed, or just to bring more prosperity into your life, wisdom.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks for joining us, guys. Like this video if you did. And don't forget to subscribe to NickFoulkTV and press the bell button so you always get a notification when I upload a new video at least once a week. Again, this is Carlos, my good friend. Have a good rest of your Leo season and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.